The stage looks bigger from back there. So my name's Pete Rafle. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I'm gonna sing and song some songs to you. When I was young and simple, and times were simpler still, I met a girl with a flashing smile by the fort in Fayetteville, by the fort in Fayetteville. She said, I like your uniform, and I see you noticed me. What say we sit and port a while beneath that cherry tree, beneath yon cherry tree. And so we did as she had said, we sat and courted too. She sang to me of lasting love, I believe that it was true, I believe that it was true. Little Carolina Wren in a weeping cherry tree sings a song for someone else. The cherry weeps for me. The blossoms only last a week, and songbirds must fly free. And petals danced upon the breeze as she sang farewell to me, as she sang farewell to me. Oh, how I begged her not to go, I fell on bended knee. But there's no sweetness to the fruit of the weeping cherry tree, the weeping cherry tree. Little Carolina Wren in a weeping cherry tree sings a song for someone else. The cherry weeps for me. Well-feathered breasts and pretty songs can blind a man to sin. And a pretty little wren will line a nest with a deadly serpent skin, with a deadly serpent skin. Oh, how I begged her not to go, I fell on bended knee. But there's no sweetness to the fruit of the weeping cherry tree, a weeping cherry tree, a weeping cherry, weeping cherry, weeping cherry tree. That one's called Carolina Wren. Just a point of natural history veracity here. That line about the wren lining her nest with deadly serpent skin. So I started writing a song about Carolina Wren in a weeping cherry tree in my backyard. Took a picture, someone said that sounds like a song, write a song. So I started writing a song, but I got to do some research, right? So I'm looking up to find out, are Carolina Wrens monogamous? Like what kind of story, because it's got to have truth in it, right? And I find out that wrens are one of several species that will actually take shed snake skins and use them in their nest to keep predators from raiding their nests for the eggs. Anyway, so you learn something new. Every day is a school day.
Are we really in uniform?
No comment on the rest of the song. I mean, you start with a kernel of an idea and then you got to build a world around it, right? All right. So we might as well go in themes here. Here's another song about a bird. My daughter, a couple of years ago, had finished her art education at VCU in Richmond and was looking at grads. We got VCU grads here? Oh. It's a great school. It's a great school and it's a great art. it's a great, and we've reached that point in the evening here where I could say almost anything and I'd get a woo out of you. How you doing out there? So anyway, she studied painting and printmaking, and she does art about birds. She's fascinated with birds. We'll talk about it later because I don't have time for the whole story. But she was looking for graduate programs and found a program in Ballyvaughan, Ireland, at the Burns College of Art, a joint degree in art and ecology. And when she saw that, it was pretty clear where she was going. So this is a song through which I tried to process my feelings about my dog. She had baskets full of offers, all the oysters, all the pearls, anything she wanted across the whole wide world. When I asked her what she'd chosen, she didn't have to say. She was already dreaming of the birds of Galway Bay. She was already dreaming of the birds of Galway Bay. I smiled to think about it, my dearest brilliant girl, flying across the ocean to experience the world. She hadn't even left the ground, but her eyes were far away. Her heart's already soaring with the birds of Galway Bay. Her heart's already soaring with the birds of Galway Bay. Her eyes will see the Aran Isles, she'll smell the heather there, and feel the Irish wind blow through the feathers of her hair. And though she's on those rocky shores 3,000 miles away, I can almost hear her singing with the birds of Galway Bay. I can almost hear her singing with the birds of Galway Bay. I know it's not forever, she'll come back to us someday. Till then I'll sit and watch the sky as here at home I stay. But a person can't go around the world and come back just the same. But she'll learn to spread her wings among the birds of Galway Bay. She'll learn to spread her wings among the birds of Galway Bay. And when everything is quiet and her eyes are far away, I'll know her heart is soaring with the birds of Galway Bay. Called the Birds of Galway Bay. All right, I brought my drummer with me today here, so we'll see how he works out. This next song is called The Compass and the Chart. In my dreams I'm stranded on a lonely desert isle. Ain't no rescue coming, so it's gonna be a while. Nothing but static on the radio dial. And I can see you're out there on an island of your own, counting down the days and staring at your phone, even though that battery is long since dead and gone. My daddy taught me names for 100 different stars. Deviation, variation, the compass and the chart. So I could find my way back home no matter where I start. Lately I've been thinking about cutting down a tree, building up a boat with room enough for you and me, even though we've never spent a single night at sea. And maybe you've been dreaming about a vessel of your own, every line neatly coiled, the sails already sewn, waiting for a wind that's never ever blown. My daddy taught me names for 100 different stars, declination, constellations, the compass and the chart. So I could find my way back home no matter where I start. Horsetails in the morning sky, a ring around the moon, 100 different signs, the weather's changing soon. The wind is kicking up and shifting to the west. Sailor, take warning and try to get some rest. Tonight's the night we'll set off from this dark and lonely beach, with both hands on the tiller and the sheet between my teeth. And I'll be there by morning if I make it past the reef. And tomorrow night we'll set off from your dark and lonely beach, with your hands on the tiller and the salt wind in our teeth. And we'll be home by morning if we make it past the reef. Thank you. So, I'm Pete Rafle. As I mentioned before, I go by PR Songsmith on social media. You can find me on Instagram and YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, you name it, I'm there. So look me up. I've got some stickers and other things back there, and I like to say that I write songs to try and make the world a kinder and more connected place, one song at a time. And I try to do that. But sometimes I write songs about hangovers, and this is one of them. This is called I Must Have Had a Hell of a Night Last Night. I must have had a hell of a night last night, and it must have been a beautiful sight last night. I must have had a hell of a night. I must have been singing every song I know and howling at the moon. Tra-la-la and a hidey-ho. I must have been singing every song I know and laughing like a loon, laughing like a loon. I must have bought around to the house last night. Hard liquor is to blame. Looked into my pockets in the morning light. Not a penny to my name, my name. A penny to my name, my name. A penny to my name. I must have been dancing with a beautiful girl, or maybe it was you. I must have been dancing with a beautiful girl, 'cause I can't find my goddamn shoes, my shoes. Can't find my goddamn shoes, my shoes. I can't find my goddamn shoes. Now moderation is a beautiful thing, as through this world you roll. But nobody wants to hear you sing a song about a quiet night at home, at home. A quiet night at home, at home. A quiet night at home. Oh, I must have had a hell of a night last night to feel so sick today. I must have been higher than a satellite. I must have had a hell of a night last night, and it must have been a beautiful sight last night. I must have had a hell of a night last night. I must have had a hell of a night. Thank you. All right. So, as Ethan mentioned, I've got some music available on all streaming platforms, as all the kids say these days. In fact, I just put up a 4-song EP on Bandcamp for those of you who know Bandcamp. Check it out. So 4 same songs are on Spotify. So I would just ask, buy them on Bandcamp, listen to them on Spotify, that's fine. I had a couple of songs out earlier this year. In the course of about 8 months, I've made 78 cents on Spotify. Not that I'm in it for the money, but that gives you a rough idea of how lucrative the music business is. Anyway, this song literally dropped today. It's called Let's Pretend. It was inspired by my late mother-in-law, Margaret Ann Foley, who she spent a lot of time at our house when our kids were small, and she had a unique imagination, and she used to show up and whisper to the kids things like, "Let's pretend we're spies." I still don't know what was going on in her head, or she'd say, "Let's pretend we're from out of town." And my personal favorite, "Let's pretend we're jerks." Anyway, this song is not about her, it is inspired by that inspiration. So it's called Let's Pretend. available on all streaming platforms. Let's pretend we're spies, sneaking round and telling lies. We'll rendezvous on a midnight Moscow train, she said. Let's pretend we'll be secret agents undercover, play the part of red-hot lovers. Check your passport to remind you of your name, she said. Let's pretend. Let's pretend we're jerks, cheat and steal whatever works. You can call me Muffy and I can call you Skip, she said. Let's pretend we'll be stuck-up snobs in fancy clothes, have the butler bring around the rolls. We'll have $100 dinner, won't even leave a tip, she said. Let's pretend. Let's pretend we're from out of town. Which way's up and which way's down? Buying trinkets at every tourist trap, she said. Let's pretend we'll be total rubes and easy marks, sitting ducks for rats and sharks, snapping selfies while we're staring at the map, she said. Let's pretend. Let's pretend we're on planet Mars with orange skies and flying cars. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? What now? We're in a Shakespeare show? Keep it simple, sweetheart, yes. Spell it K-I-double-S, 'cause we're not jerks and we're not spies. We don't cheat and we don't tell lies, and I prefer this reality where I love you and you love me and the adventures never end, but we never have to play pretend. But alright, maybe just this once, if it's what really turns you on. Let's pretend we're spies, sneaking round and telling lies. We'll rendezvous on that midnight Moscow train. We'll be secret agents under the covers, playing the part of red-hot lovers. Check your passport to remind you of your name, she said. Let's pretend. Check your passport to remind you of your name, she said. Let's pretend. Call me by my number, I don't even know your name. Let's pretend. Thank you. So, the other song that I just released yesterday, I'm going to need a little bit of help for this one, and I'm really hoping that maybe Jen Jacobsen might join me up. Maybe if you cheer loud enough, she'll be brave and come up. Mine too. So,
I'm just singing like 5 words, don't get excited.
They're the most important 5 words of the song.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of background, because Ethan told me I had to talk about the songs. Last summer I was at a songwriting retreat that I go to every year with Richard Thompson, and he gets amazing guest instructors. And Jill Sobule, anybody know Jill Sobule here? We've got a few Jill fans. Look her up, she's amazing. But she asked us to do a little stream consciousness writing with the following prompts. We had to include the town that we grew up in, Our first car or bicycle or vehicle travel that we actually owned, the first intoxicating substance we ingested, and a feeling of longing. And then she said, turn that into a song and you can only use 3 chords. My family moved around quite a bit when I was young, so I had trouble with that your hometown thing. And but I was born in the Bay Area in California, and we lived in Sunnyvale when I was 4 years until I was 4 years old and we moved east. This song is called Sunnyvale. Jungle gym, apricot tree, and the sun revolved around me. After all, I was only 3 in Sunnyvale. Baby sisters came, change of address, traded one coast for the other, I guess. Fading photos are all I have left of Sunnyvale. But everywhere I go, I see traces of the sun. California summer in your long blonde hair. Sunnyvale, take me back to Sunnyvale, take me back to Sunnyvale, take me back to Sunnyvale. Happy home, but never a hometown. Every time the roots went down, seems we up and moved away again. Sunnyvale, west to east, miles away, but it never ceased to be the place I say that I came from. But everywhere I go, I taste traces of the sun. California sparkle in my first champagne. Sunnyvale, take me back to Sunnyvale, take me back to Sunnyvale, take me back to Sunnyvale. I'm older now, and I've been around. I flew back to see my old town, but they cut all the apricots down in Sunnyvale. But everywhere I go, I hear traces of the sun. California dreaming on my radio. Sunnyvale, take me back to Sunnyvale, take me back to Sunnyvale, take me back to Sunnyvale. But everywhere I go, I hear traces of the sun. Good vibrations playing on my radio. Sunnyvale, take me back to Sunnyvale, take me back to Sunnyvale. jungle gym, apricot tree, and the sun revolved around me. After all, I was only 3 in Sunnyvale, 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 Sunnyvale. Jen Jacobsen, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go too far. Do you have time for one more song?
Sure, yes, of
All right. All right, so there's a story behind this song, because they all have stories. A couple of summers ago, my wife Margot is hiding in the dark back there, and I, well, she ordered it. It was her idea. We put a folding wading pool in our backyard because our dogs seemed like they were hot and would like a place to splash around. The dogs had no interest in it after about 5 minutes, but within 24 hours, tree frogs had laid eggs in it, and I became an involuntary frog farmer. And the rest is history, as told in this song. It's called Frog Sex Party. And Ethan and Jen are going to help me out on this one. And Andrew from Requiem has agreed to jump in on drums. This is an audience participation number. By the end, you will be. You can do whatever the spirit moves you to do. I'm not sure what the zoning is for this space. What permits are needed.
It's not for me.
just not on my card.
It's not for me.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Ethan Shenkman, Jen Jacobsen, thank you. That song's available on all streaming platforms.
All streaming platforms. Thank you, Pete Rafle. Woo!